Hey guys, welcome back to We Play Final Fantasy VII Remake. Last time we left off with a bit of emotions, a bit of yelling.
Yep, there was some yelling. There was definite yelling involved.
Quite a bit of frustration. You see that plate is completely gone now, except for a
It
little
is
bit of
a
skeleton.
clean separation. Like this is sector 6.
Oh, that's sector, yeah.
That they were talking about had dropped before, and they were in the process of trying to rebuild it. But no, that's clean
7.
break. Clean break.
Yup.
Cloud looks miserable right now.
I would look miserable too.
Yep, you're not doing good.
Well,
Shall we?
we're gonna need to follow Tifa, see what we can find. Let's see if we can find Barrett as well.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully he's okay.
Hey! Anybody out there?
Oh,
He's
goodness.
fine.
Barrett! I think I hear him up ahead.
Hey! Can anybody hear me?
Here goes.
And push!
Man.
Marlene.
Oh.
Marlene. Marlene!
He has no idea.
Marlene! Biggs! Wedge! Jesse! God damn it!
Yeah. Yeah.
God damn you! God damn you all!
Oh, easy there, buddy. You gonna break something?
Yeah.
Not that wall.
Marlene! Marlene!
It was us. We did this.
Nope.
No. You can't think like that. Whatever came before it was Shinra that pulled the trigger today.
Yep. They didn't have to do that.
Am I right?
They didn't have to drop a whole city on top of another city.
Yep. He's shaking.
Yeah.
She doesn't believe it.
No, she doesn't. She was never comfortable with the way they did things anyway. She was afraid that something like this would happen, probably.
Yeah.
But that's because of...
Hold on to this anger, okay?
It has more to do with what and who Shinra is, not anything that they did.
Yeah. Cloud is so lost.
Mm-hmm.
Barrett. Marlene's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
Aerith found her.
Aerith. Is that the girl they took?
Yep.
Yeah. That's her.
The hell's going on?
I asked Aerith to find Marlene and take her somewhere safe.
And she did? You sure?
Yeah.
Hey, where you going?
To find her.
Yeah.
He probably knows exactly where she put Marlene.
Yay, Bird's back.
Yay.
Can we go back and look and make sure we didn't miss anything there?
We can, but I kind of doubt that there's any, because there's not. I mean, the map is still the same size, but there's nothing here.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
The park is gone, which is really sad. Because that's
Yeah.
where they landed. Hi. Oh no, those are the 2 troopers that got
Oh yeah,
got
yeah,
people
yeah,
out.
yeah.
We're good.
How could this happen?
I didn't really think that.
Yeah, you didn't, did ya?
That's what you get for not thinking.
I don't... What do we do now?
What you were hired to do. Get these people out of here.
There you go.
Good.
You were hired to protect the people. That's what your job is supposed to be, and you're finally doing it.
Things could have been a lot worse if you hadn't done what you did. Sometimes you can't let yourself be bound by orders.
There you
Good
go.
man.
Made up my mind. I'm not gonna do this job for Shinra anymore.
Good.
I'm an officer of the people now.
Good.
Good.
Yay!
Something needed to come out of that.
And it did. And look at all these people. Look at all these
We need
people
to
that
think
are
about
saved.
supplies and shelter and food for all these people. I work for the people now, not the corporation.
You know, you've given me a lot to think about. I can't let rules and orders dictate my life.
Are they going to found like a new police force for the slums or something?
The militia.
Yeah.
How could this happen?
Oh,
I didn't really think.
look behind you for a second.
We gotta keep moving.
What is
I
that?
don't-
What is that on the
What
ground,
do we
right?
do now?
Straight
What
ahead?
you were hired
Yeah.
to
Did we
do.
just pass through
Get
that?
these people
Yeah.
out of here.
Oh, we did. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
we
Okay.
came through
Duh.
here.
Whew. I'm like a hawk right now. I'm
No,
trying
I
to
know.
spot anything we're missing.
Now you know how I felt while you were climbing the damn pillar the whole time.
So you
Okay.
know, things could have been a lot worse if you hadn't done what you did.
We'd be dead if it wasn't for that man.
We're looking for people we recognize.
I'm
Don't
just
see
I'm just
him.
listening. Did you hear what she said?
No.
We'd be dead if it wasn't for that man.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
I don't know if she's talking about Wedge or about the recruit, but
Both.
When is help going
Either
to
one of them.
arrive?
Is this for real?
It is for real. Alright,
This happened
Ryuichi.
before when this city was being built. It was a nightmare just like this.
yeah, that's what they were talking about. The Sector 6 plate collapsed.
Because that
They
wasn't
never-
intentional. It just happened.
No, it just happened. It was an accident. They never rebuilt it.
This happened before when this city was being built. It was a nightmare just
That's
like
the
this.
plate, isn't it?
Is this for real?
Afraid it is.
What's that?
This slab right here.
No. That's the wall
This
separating
happened
the
before when
sectors.
this city
Okay,
was
you
being
sure?
built.
Yeah.
It was
Okay.
a nightmare
Because that
just
actually
like
leads over
this.
to the door
What's this
between
big
sector
pipe laying on
7
it?
and 6.
Anyway.
Probably something that fell from the sky.
Figures. Radicals like them will never stop. Just gotta kill them.
Oh, shut up.
Support now, more than ever.
Yeah, I think Avalanche did it.
That because Shinra told them.
Yep.
They made the announcement.
Hey, you can't give up hope.
This wasn't an accident, was it?
How would I know?
Can't even imagine falling that far.
You stop it with that talk. I don't even want to think about it.
Then don't. It's good.
Cause here's the other thing. Like, all these people got out because they were warned. There were people on top of the plate that weren't warned.
Yep.
There were people on top of that plate that died.
Yep. And that's when we saw Ketchi come running out and fall to his knees because he just lost all those people on the plate.
Yeah,
That's the people he was trying to protect. when
yeah,
he was
because
trying to
that's his
work
job. He's the head of housing or something.
with- Yeah, housing and urban development.
Yeah, which
Yeah.
Sector 7 was a residential area. That's where Jesse's parents were.
Yeah.
That's where Denzel's parents were. That's where Shinra employees lived.
And now they've lit a fire under all of them
Yep,
to believe in Shinra even more.
yep.
I said, where you going?
Aerith's house. It's in the Sector 5 slums,
And that's where Marlene is?
where we hope she is.
They can.
Tell me she is. Give me something to hang on to.
They can at least ask her mom where she would have taken
Even
her.
if she's not, I won't blame you for it, I swear.
He needs something.
He's desperate.
Who am I kidding? I'd probably try to tear your head off.
At least he knows.
Yeah.
Hey, Tifa. Know anything about ancients?
I know I've heard of them at least.
They come up in planetology books.
Yeah, I was gonna
Yeah,
say Barrett
Barrett
would know.
knows.
Could be the original stewards of the planet. Could even commune with it, talk to it and stuff.
He's like, wait a minute. That
Must
actually
be
makes
why
sense.
the Turks wanted her so badly.
Well, here we go.
Within my veins flows the blood of ancients.
His speech.
Yes.
This planet is my birthright.
Sephiroth, so confused. So confused.
Gosh, he's so cool looking.
You have failed again, I see.
There it is.
Oh, the music.
Oh! He is terrified right now.
But through suffering, you will grow strong. Isn't that what you want?
Ooh.
Cloud?
It's nothing. Let's go.
Dude's got to get out of his head.
Yep.
Man.
Slow down there, buddy.
So he's excited. Chocobos.
Just Walmart.
Oh my goodness. Chocobos.
It's like there's a hole in the sky.
Yeah.
I can't believe what I'm seeing here.
I feel a little more for the folks who lived under
Oh no,
there
that's not
once.
Chocobo Sam.
It's
He's
terrible
not
to
just
live
hanging
there.
out in the environment. My bad.
Chocobos are so frightened they're refusing to move.
Yep.
Yeah.
Carts ain't running right now.
Yep. That's fair.
Well, I mean, it probably felt like an earthquake.
Who could have seen this coming? It's all so tragic. Carts ain't running right now.
I don't know if I would call it tragic.
What you had to drink, son?
Travesty, maybe.
Missing no plate.
I'm telling you, that quake I felt.
Oh, you can't really see it from here that well, I
Being a
guess.
drunken ass.
I mean, they can kind of see it. There's a big hole in the sky,
Oh, yeah.
but they don't know what happened because they weren't near it.
Mm.
They just felt a big rumble, like an earthquake, like you said,
Yeah.
and then plate's gone.
Plate's gone.
But I'm sure a lot of them are thinking, geez, if it had just been one sector over.
Right?
Are you okay?
I'm sure Corneo's gonna have a different angle on all this.
Mm-hmm. Of course he is.
Wait. Over there.
What the hell are they doing here?
Their jobs, probably.
Ugh.
Just focus on seeing Marlene again. Nothing else.
What kind of monsters do something so
Barrett really wants to get to Marlene.
Yeah, he does.
Oh!
Hi.
Did you find what you were looking for?
Thanks to you, I did.
Good. Now never let it go again.
Oh.
Ooh.
Okay, we're gonna hold
I
on
need
to
to
the
prep
Tifa
for my
forever.
next show. Times like these, song and dance are truly essential.
No kidding.
The stage could be yours. I need to prep for my next show.
Okay.
He's absolutely right. This is what entertainment is for.
People need a distraction.
Walmart is going to be busier than ever.
Yeah,
I mean, yeah, they're going to make a
absolutely.
lot of money, but at the same time, if it weren't around,
People could spiral real easily.
suicide rates probably skyrocket too. They need an
First
outlet.
thing we need to do is find a place to take refuge.
I think some of these people are from Sector 7.
No one learned anything after
They've
Madam
already
M.
filtered in.
Is
I
that
thought so.
Yeah.
Because we haven't actually seen Chocobo Sam out in town until since we sent Aerith off to get her dress. Because if you
Yeah.
remember, when we went over there for the side quest, it wasn't him, it was another stable hand.
Yeah, true.
Just the same stable hand that was just standing there. So I figured we wouldn't run into him, but we would run into her.
Well, this is a fine mess.
How bad is it here?
Compared to Sector 7, we're doing fine. But that's hardly an accomplishment.
Yeah. Good point.
However, did it come to this? I don't like not knowing what's going on.
I know, right?
Fair.
However, did it come to this?
Alright, Barrett.
Alright, let's go.
Is it true that Sector 7's pretty much destroyed?
Nothing compared to this. The whole city was still under construction.
Yeah, that's fair. There weren't people living there yet. There
Yeah.
weren't people living down here yet.
You guys run into Jesse at the pillar?
Yeah, Biggs too. They were both in pretty bad shape. But Wedge wasn't up there with them. He got out.
My daughter's in Sector 7!
It's way too dangerous in there.
Oh, that's rude. I mean,
They don't know.
They don't know, but it's rude for the player.
Which would be worse for you? If they had not shown that scene and left us wondering? Like them? Or to have shown us the scene of how Wedge actually died?
I don't know, and I don't want to answer that right now.
Okay, we'll keep going then. I mean, I feel like, if nothing else, I feel like it's better that they showed us the scene with Marlene. We know she got out.
Yes.
Barrett doesn't.
Right.
They don't know for sure, they just know that Aerith said that she found Marlene.
Right.
But I think that scene with Barrett would have been rougher if we hadn't seen for sure that Marlene got out.
That's true. That's true. We've already got the items and stuff around here.
Yep. There's a chest over here, right?
Yeah, I was inside that building on the left.
There's a
Yep.
chocobo carriage up here.
Come on now. There's no need to be afraid.
Oh.
We're all scared.
Chocobo stopped right where he was.
Yep, and he sat down and was like, I'm not going any further.
It's scary over there.
I've been thinking, y'all. We gotta go find the others.
Excuse you?
Other
If we don't
avalanche?
look for them, who will?
Right.
Hey, Cloud. Gonna need your help with it, too.
Right.
I
Okay.
thought we were going to Sector 5.
I mean, I guess after Marlene is safe, then Barrett's
Sounds like
got a
we're
whole
going back
plan.
to Sector 7.
Because he's got to probably prep so that he can take down Shinra.
Yep.
As he has major reasons for
Yep.
revenge at this point.
But he knows he can't do it by himself.
Yeah.
He needs...
He's,
yeah, he needs the others.
it's very possible he's actually going to get Avalanche involved. The main Avalanche.
I think he was talking about Biggs and Wedge and Jesse.
That's true. Eh.
But he could go to the rest of Avalanche and see if they'll help him. They won't. But
Well, it's because they don't care about the planet.
nope.
They care
just
about
care about
destroying
taking down
Shinra.
My ears are still ringing from it.
This wasn't an accident, was it?
But at this point,
Probably not.
Not another bombing?
but at this point, anybody against Shinra is useful in Barrett's book, I imagine.
This is Sector 5, right? So where's this place you said Marlene is?
Where I think she is. It's a house on the other side of town.
Well, come on then. Pick up the pace.
I'm going as fast as you are.
Oh, jeez.
I can't even imagine how anywhere is still safe. Doesn't feel like it.
Officials are currently restricting access to emergency responders and urging people in neighboring sectors to remain indoors until further notice. Also,
Maybe I'll move back home. That might be.
Saying about all the good things you're doing for the people.
Feel like I'm in a movie or something.
Oh my gosh.
Anywhere in Midgar is still safe.
You know what? That's clever. It just occurred to me. They didn't say that Avalanche took down the plate. They're saying that it may have contributed, like their bombings on the two Mako Reactors could have contributed. So basically saying, look, Avalanche isn't powerful enough to take down a plate. But we need to look into this and make sure it doesn't happen to other plates. Because if they make it sound like Avalanche is too big, they'll panic people. They'll think that Shinra can't handle it.
It makes sense too, because reactors 1 and 5 are equidistant from Sector 7. So even though it wasn't the reactors right next to Sector 7, they're positing that the reactors weakened the infrastructure, and because of where they were located, the sector that was in the very middle between them ended up falling. It's really clever.
Now they can be all supportive and say, well, we're going to look into reinforcing. Oh, look at the kiddos.
Oh.
It was crazy. Everything on the walls fell off.
Oh.
I really felt it. There's a crack in our floor, too. I fell out of bed. There was so much shaking.
Can I see it from there? I'm sure they can. Yeah. Oh, you can see it from everywhere. Jeez.
Well, because this is, I mean, technically this is under Sector 6. We call it Sector 5 slums, but Sector 5 is over there. Like, that's the divider right there.
Right.
That's Sector 5. This is Sector 6. That's the plate that fell before. That was never finished. That's Sector 7.
Yep.
My heart is still pounding.
Okay.
It's possible that Sector 5, the Sector 5 underplate, is actually literally just a garbage pile, and that they live on the outskirts of it, technically within Sector 6.
It's possible.
So they consider themselves Sector 5, probably because they don't want to be associated with Wall Market, because Wall Market is Sector 6. But if you notice, we didn't pass through a gate or over a wall or anything.
Right.
There's a wall between Sector 6 and Sector 7. There isn't one between Sector 6 and Sector 5. And that explains why, when they were talking about the reactor that was on fire that they were all trying to look at, they were looking across the way. Because the reactor number 5 is a whole plate away from where they are. Remember, I was confused about that? Because they were all looking the other direction?
Oh, that was a while ago, yeah.
Yeah. So, that actually supports my theory, like what I was telling you before, about the shadowy things. Because we saw them when Cloud was falling.
Right.
He wasn't falling anywhere near Sector 5. Not where
that's
the
a good
slums
point.
are.
That's a good point.
So I think they guided him to the church.
Maybe so.
Let me see. I don't know if it is actually going to show up here. Because the church is like way, way out here somewhere. Like, this is all Sector 5. Yeah. See, this is technically Sector 6. The wall is right there. On the other side of that wall is Sector 5, right here. Sector 5 slums are actually on the Sector 6 side of the wall. Oh, no, wait. Okay, that's Sector 7. I see that now. So this is Sector 6. Sector 5 slums. Sector 5 slums is still, like, right on the edge.
Okay.
In fact, that gate that we passed through to get into town that they have guarded, that might actually be the wall.
Oh, we just didn't catch it because there's so much crap.
It's not as solid a wall as the one between 6 and 7.
That makes sense.
So, the church is... I'm not even sure.
It'd be on the other side of the pillar, probably, there, in Sector 5.
Probably. All the way over here. So, yeah. But still, I mean, it might be directly under the reactor.
Hey, here, toggle the names.
Where? Oh.
Square. Reactor 5.
Yeah, Reactor 5's all the way over here. Yep.
And Reactor 1 is straight across.
Mm-hmm. So, Reactor 5, Sector 5, Sector 6, Sector 7, Sector 8, Mako Reactor 1. Okay, so it's not exactly in the middle.
Right.
But still. I mean, that just gives them all the more reason to warn against, because if Sector 7 went down because of Mako Reactor 1, then Sector 6 or Sector 4 could be in danger from the Reactor 5.
That's interesting. So hang on a second. I'm seeing things that are labeled.
Mm-hmm.
What plates did we go up to? We went up to...
We were on the Sector 4 underplate. We got up there from the corkscrew tunnel. We were on Sector 8 coming out of Mako Reactor 1. And we went up to Sector 7 plate with Jesse.
Right. Okay. That's why they're labeled. Gotcha.
Yep.
Alrighty.
All good?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, that was all...
Midgar's really big and laid out in a way that's really easy, but kind of difficult to imagine where you are.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Especially because the reactors are still numbered, but they're in between the sectors.
Right.
That's the house.
Marlene! Marlene!
Oh, he just went right in.
Oh gosh, I hope she didn't freak out.
I hope so too. Although, I'm hoping that Aerith explained things.
Where's Marlene? Is she here?
Barrett!
Sorry, I'm Barrett. Marlene's my little girl.
Aww.
Marlene, she's got short hair. She's cute as a button, with the heart of an angel.
Aww.
She was wearing, pink. She was wearing a pink dress today.
Upstairs.
Oh.
Huh?
Oh.
I said she's sleeping.
So he's gonna go up quietly.
I want to see her too.
He's gonna lurk up the stairs.
Let's go look in on her.
Honestly, though, that was really smart of him to sit there and describe her.
Keep it down. Don't wake her.
And explains why Elmira didn't say right away, because, I mean, you have no idea.
Right, who is this guy?
Yeah. Especially because he doesn't look anything like her.
Just, yeah.
So.
Ooh.
Maybe you should join your friend upstairs.
Ooh, that was cold.
Keep it down. Don't wake her.
Okay.
Maybe you should join your friend upstairs.
She really don't like us.
Nope.
Sorry.
Oh, good. Kitty making happy sounds.
Aww.
Marlene, my baby. Thank God.
Shh. Put him in that chest.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Shinra has my daughter now.
I'm sorry.
No, I'm the one who asked her to go get Marlene. We'd only just met, but she was so kind and helpful.
Aww.
I took advantage of her.
It's not your fault.
Aww.
Good.
It was only a matter of time before she ended up back there.
I'm glad she doesn't blame them.
Yeah.
Although,
Back there.
the fact that Tifa apologized
Because she's an
probably
ancient.
helped.
That it?
So she told you about that?
Not really.
She must trust you all a great deal.
Come on, Cloud, come clean.
Yes.
Nope.
Aerith is an ancient. Probably the last one living. She's not my daughter. Not by blood, I mean. If that's what you were wondering.
Barrett knows something about that.
Yep.
About 15 years ago. My husband, he'd been shipped off to fight on the front lines.
You hear it?
Yep.
But then I received a letter saying he'd be home for a bit. So when the day came, I went to the station to meet him.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, here we go.
But he didn't come. I couldn't help fearing the worst, even then. But I told myself his leave must have been postponed, that he'd been delayed. Every day I went, to wait and to pray.
Aww.
And that's how I met her. Her and her mother.
Yeah.
I thought maybe they'd run away from Wall Market. Or that they were topsiders fallen on hard times. I'd seen that sort of thing a lot. Take Aerith somewhere safe.
Aww.
Those were her mother's dying words.
She looks just like her mother.
Yeah, she does.
Aww.
My husband had been away for so long, and I was lonely. So I convinced myself the safest place for the girl was with me.
It probably was, honestly.
It took no time at all for her to start feeling like family. She was a real chatterbox. She told me strange stories. Like how she and her mother had escaped from some sort of facility. And how she wasn't sad because her mother had just returned to their planet.
Their planet, huh? Yeah, that sounds about right.
I didn't understand any of it at the time. When I asked if she meant one in the sky, she said no. This one, right here. I mean, what can you say to that?
Interesting, specification.
Mommy, don't be sad.
Oh.
That's what she said to me one day, out of the blue.
This.
Yeah.
That's how
so
she
I
knew.
asked her, what's wrong?
A man you really, really loved just died. His heart came a long way to say goodbye. But he couldn't stay because he had to return to the planet.
Aww.
I didn't believe her, of course. And then, a few days later, I received a letter saying my husband had been killed in action.
Yeah.
That's how she knew. I
About
forgot
that.
about that, yeah.
Things like that. She'd just know. It was a lot to deal with, but we were happy.
Yeah.
Oh,
and then came the knock.
Coming! No! Go away!
You know you're not just any little girl. You're a descendant of the ancients.
I had no idea what he meant, so I said, "Who are the ancients?"
They were the original stewards of the planet, whose boundless knowledge and wisdom shall guide us to the promised land.
Freaking promised land. I forgot about that too.
I didn't.
Some believe the promised land to be a myth, others an allegory of sorts. But we take the words of the scriptures at face value and believe it to be quite real.
Sure you do.
Which is why Shinra would like very much for Aerith to help us.
You're wrong! I'm not an ancient!
Sure.
She's
But
a
Aerith,
feisty little thing.
Even when you're all alone, don't you hear voices whispering secrets?
No, never!
Oh.
But all three of us knew that wasn't true. That man knew exactly who Aerith was, where she'd come from, and what she could do.
They knew where she was, but they didn't just take her? Doesn't sound like the Turks I know.
She had to come willingly, otherwise it wouldn't work, they said. That's why, even if they did take her away, I'm sure she's still being treated like a guest. And that they'll send her straight back home once they get what they need.
Maybe not this time.
I doubt it.
Things
You're
have
not
changed.
planning anything, are you?
Yep.
Don't make things worse than they already are.
She doesn't want to lose her
If
daughter.
I lost her too, I don't know if I could ever.
Oh, goodness.
Just don't.
Cloud, maybe she's right about this. Maybe they'll let Aerith go when it's all over.
No. That's a lie that her
Maybe
mom's been telling
We'd
herself.
be better off waiting a little while.
Let's head back to Sector 7. Got things to take care of.
I told you. He wants to
Yeah.
go look for him.
Like checking up on the bar.
I don't think there's a bar left.
Okay.
The basement, though.
The basement that we still haven't seen.
There's probably stuff down there. They
Okay.
probably determined that they would meet up at the basement bar if something happened. That's when Barrett's going to find out for sure. What were you going to say?
I was going to say that makes a lot more sense why Tseng, as soon as he saw her down there, realized that this was his chance to get her to go with him willingly. She was in danger. Which is really manipulative and terrible. Oh, it's closed!
We'll try to open it.
I want that chest. Shh, quiet.
Probably in there. Let's be quiet.
Very, very quiet.
Oh, there's
Oh. Oh.
There are no pictures there, are there?
No, probably not. I was looking at the letters and the envelopes on the desk.
Oh. What were those?
Letters that she wrote to Zack that a certain dumb somebody intercepted.
Mythical amulet? Eh? What does? I bet she increases MP.
Mythical amulet does...
What?
Strengthens summons.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Very.
Notice that the feathers and everything, it's kind of Nanaki.
A little bit. It almost looks like a, not this incarnation, but the head on it kind of reminds me of certain depictions of Ifrit.
Yeah. Yeah, it just reminds me very much of well, of course, with the feathers, some kind of a tribe, but specifically the tribe that Red 13's from.
Well, it says it's an amulet that exalts the tutelary entities said to keep watch over the planet. So it's probably some sort of a almost like a planetology cult sort of thing.
That's a good point.
Isn't that what Cosmo Canyon basically was?
It really is. It's a place based on entirely upon planetology. Excuse me.
I use the term cult, but I don't necessarily mean it in a negative connotation.
Right. Maybe the occult.
That's a little more. Not exactly where I was going with it anyway. Either.
Anyway,
we'll decide who to put that on later.
Try not to wake Marlene up if you don't have to.
I mean, I wanted to see what happens.
Barrett's gonna yell at you.
Probably.
In a very soft voice.
Or Tifa will yell at me. Because Tifa was the one who told me to be quiet.
Right?
We're gonna win this fight. I promise. We're gonna win this fight. I promise.
He's sleeping.
She's sleeping so hard. Look at all the flower rugs.
Yeah.
I like that they kept the like green and wood grain decor from the original. Okay. We going now?
Yeah. Back to Sector 7 again.
Where did she... There she is.
Didn't move.
Take care of yourselves now. Take care of yourselves now.
Well then.
Let's take care of ourselves now.
All it took was for her to think that Aerith trusted us enough to tell us who she really was, and now she's fine. 'Cause, I don't think she ever told Zach.
Yeah, I don't think so.
We're going out this way.
I was gonna say, make a quick circuit.
Mm-hmm.
You never know what Aerith might have left behind.
You see it?
See what?
The
Oh.
live stream.
Yeah.
Unless they're fireflies.
They're probably more like fireflies, but still, you never know.
Oh man. That part of the game is going to be so hard.
Yeah.
No fish.
Nope.
Oh no, I think you're right. I think they are fireflies, because there's somewhere over here. Anyway.
The main entrance to Sector 7 is buried under rubble now. So how are we supposed to get back inside?
Underground passage in the park.
Good plan.
But how do we get to the park?
I know another way to get there. Aerith showed me before.
This ancient girl knows
Going
her
back
stuff.
through the collapse.
She didn't mean anything by it.
That way?
Yep. That's exactly where we're going, because we passed it on the way back from Wall Market. Wall Market's just the most direct way through.
Man.
It's
Music's
back.
finally playing. Or proper music, anyway.
My heart is still pounding. There was this rumbling, and then all of a sudden...
Apparently this is just a Sector 5 theme.
Guess so.
I mean, I know it's supposed to be the main theme of the game and all, but it's become the Sector 5 theme. Pretty well fitting, though. Okay, we need to go...
I swear, I'll never gamble or drink again.
Aww.
Oh, good.
Hi.
Cloud, I'm glad to see that you're okay.
Yeah.
In these trying times, I hope to develop new materia to help us endure.
Okay.
Thanks.
What you got?
Parry materia and ATB stagger materia.
Guard against enemy attacks allows you to quickly unleash your next move. R1 and press circle to activate. Interesting. Okay.
Huh. Okay.
ATB stagger.
Oh.
That's pretty nice.
That seems really niche.
Yeah, I mean anything that involves staggering an enemy is niche, but
on the other hand,
it
immediately
increases your...
immediately opens you up with abilities.
Especially if you're trying to increase the stagger percentage.
Yep.
Because all of those require a lot of ATB.
Cool. Anything else for us?
Cloud!
Yep.
I've come up with the most fascinating theory. Perhaps you can... Cloud, I've registered a new summons battle intel request. I need you to defeat the summon entity so I can complete...
What are we going up against? Is it... Whoa!
Let's take a look.
I have to tell you that I'm grateful for all of your help thus far.
Oh.
Well, there's that one finished.
I've done it. I've developed a new material.
Let's look at that first.
Enemy skill
there
materia!
It is! Woo! Nice.
Okay.
Learn and use enemy skills.
I wonder if it has a list somewhere for us to review.
Possibly.
I look forward to receiving all of your future battle intel submissions.
I didn't look at the thing.
I hope you will continue to help me gather vital information for my...
Leviathan.
Oh, lordy.
So... crap, we don't have a water materia.
You want to hold off on that then? For now?
No, we can go ahead and go for it. If you're up to it. You're not really up to it though. We got a full party this time.
Yeah, that's true. Is
Up to
Barrett
you.
set up?
You should still be.
Okay. Is water materia even a thing?
It was in the original game.
I know it was.
I don't know if it is in this one or not.
I look forward to receiving
Take a
all
look
of
at the
your
battle
future
intel.
Yeah.
Maybe it'll show us there's a water materia. HP absorption.
Monster variants. We need 4 more. MP absorption. All 12 types of magic materia.
Oh. Wow. Okay then.
So all the green ones, right?
Yeah.
Weapon abilities. Skill master materia.
All 16 weapon ability. Oh, we only have...
We only have 3 more to go.
Wait, we're about to be done then. Because
collecting weapons, yeah.
I think Aerith has 2 that she's working on right now. Oh, wait. Yeah.
And then we've got another character.
That's true.
So, because he's so late in the game, I'll bet you he doesn't have other weapons that he can learn abilities off of. It might just be the one.
Okay.
And Leviathan.
Okay, well, never mind then. I mean, yeah, you want to go ahead and give it a go, see what happens.
Not really, but okay.
Okay, I mean, you don't have to now. I just don't know if we're going to have another chance.
That's fair. I mean, surely if he's giving us new battle intel now, he's going to be popping up somewhere else.
That's true.
I'm just saying.
You want to go ahead and just move on for now, then? That actually makes sense.
Yeah.
Leviathan's not exactly
Leviathan's
in demand.
not. It's not going to be fun. It's not going to be a fun.
To the right, down a little bit. Oh, you can't see it from here.
Let's see what.
Thought I saw the tower that Aerith and Cloud went on before. Maybe not.
Oh, I think that was Wall Market actually.
Okay.
The big glowing thing.
Yeah.
Pretty sure that was Wall Market.
Anywho.
We need to go this way?
Want to check the shops here real quick just to make sure we're not missing anything? I don't know if
and
there
then
is
I need to get my
anything.
bearings.
As if life wasn't hard enough.
Whoa, you can buy remedies now.
Should we buy a couple just in case?
Yeah, buy 3. There we go. Nice even 5 now. Be nice to have on hand to just knock everything out without an Asuna.
See ya.
Yeah, because you didn't use them in the Turks fight because we only had 2. Oh, there's a materia shop here too.
You hear about what happened over in Sector 7?
We might have been there.
Didn't see anything new.
Nope. That subversion materials made it in there. And then we got the weapon shop up past the TV station. 1,
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
that all of them? No, it's 12,
There's
right?
12. So healing, cleansing, revival, fire, ice, lightning, poison, barrier, binding, wind.
Wind, yeah.
And
subversion. And maybe time.
Materia is what you want.
We still have a haste materia.
Shit hits the fan.
I want to take a look at what what all materia we have. Healing, cleansing, revival, fire, ice, lightning, wind,
Age.
poison, barrier,
And
binding,
11.
subversion.
Yep.
So that's 12?
That's 11.
That's 11. We're missing one.
Yep, and like I said, it's probably the time materia for haste.
Which is probably going to be a
Pretty
late
late.
game.
Yeah, probably in Shinra Tower or something.
Which tells me that Chadley's going to be around for a while.
Probably, yeah.
Alright, there's the weapon shop over
Past the television.
here.
People heard gunfire at the pillar.
By the grumpy old man that's not there anymore.
Did a plate really fall?
Nah, it's just that's just fake news.
Oh.
Oh, figures. I just stole the. Well, I just saved a lot of money.
Yeah, you did. Because this stuff is expensive, but this is the stuff that this is like, if you haven't got this stuff yet, here you go. Because Sonic Strikers was a chest drop in Reactor 5, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. And then Sorcerer's Armlet's one we don't actually have. Whoa, that's a lot of magic resistance.
Mm-hmm. It's almost 5,000 gil, though. And it's got no linked slots.
Urging people in neighboring sectors to remain indoors until further notice.
Which way is it?
Back behind you.
Also, Shinra has announced the establishment of an emergency response
Gunfire at the pillar.
to ascertain
To the right?
Yep.
Yeah, because there's the Chocobo. Stable? Carriage.
Yeah, that's where they go. They travel between
Stop.
Wall Market and Sector 5. This is the wall right here, I bet you.
Probably.
Yep, that's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
Okay. It just wasn't a clean opening, it was literally just a break in the wall.
Yep.
My ears are still ringing from it.
This wasn't an accident, was it?
Probably not.